Greetings, all. Hope everybody is having a beautiful day today. Enjoying the sunshine or moonlight, wherever you are in the world. Making sure that you are safe and in good spirits, as the elders used to say when I was a kid. I'm sure that most of you have heard by now that the so-called war that we are in has a pause, and that's just what it is. It's stopping, it's not stopping. They just pause to rebuild the stocks and start fighting again. It's like the ships are falling apart. They have to regroup, as we would say when I was in the military, and start building, looking for weaknesses, look at the information they gathered during the conflict and see what damage was done and what wasn't damaged, and now to come up with a plan to go after what was not damaged. That's all it is. Replenishing the stocks. The soldiers that got trapped in whatever battlefield location that they got trapped in, get them out, and then look for a new way to continue the attack. That's about all that's happening. The people who started this war are not going to finish it. This is a war that will continue. It is not going to end. When you see mushroom clouds rising up from places that are close to you or from a distance, then you know that the war has come to an end. But it's not going to end. What we are seeing is just a pause. Ceasefire doesn't mean end. Cease means you pausing until somebody gives the order to fire again. And right now, Israel is still firing. You understand? They don't accept it. Let me put it to you this way. If he smiles at you and say good morning, don't speak until you see what's behind his back, what's in his pocket. And if you can see what he's thinking, do that before you speak. As many people have told, you don't really comprehend this man who calls himself a Jew and an Israeli, Zionist. Nobody comprehends that man. Except you be the leader of the group. You don't know about him. The man who taught me told me, our fathers told you, do not teach them. And we did. We let them into the temples wherever we were, in Babylon, in Egypt, in South America. Oh, yes. We let them into the temples. We brought them in. The last of them that we brought in were the Greeks and the Romans. This war, they had a ceasefire a long time ago. And because it was only for one purpose, they were all making money off of us. The Arabs, the Caucasian, and the man who called himself a Jew, they all were making money off of us. Now, they realize that but the money cannot be made from slavery unless one group is on top now. This is what it's all about. Just having one having the power overall. And when one can't have the power overall, it is war. You go back and read this thing called the Project for a New American Century. That's what it all is about. One having power over all. Don't hold your breath. A lot of people are going to do that over the next 2 weeks. You got Arabs who are going to say, you know what? Let's make peace with Israel, with the Israelis, the Zionists in Israel, or America, or Europe, wherever they are. Let's make peace with them. We're tired of it. Let's join with them and overthrow our government. And then everything will be okay. It won't be. It will not be. And now I come to the point where I really want to insist on something. I want to emphasize this because you should know. If you look at the world, you'll see everybody is making preparations to defend themselves. Only the African is fighting with each other. Only, and when I say fighting with each other, you got the ones in America fighting with the ones in the Caribbean, and the ones in Africa fighting with the ones in the Caribbean and America, and the ones in the Caribbean fighting the ones in America and in Africa. All kinds of name calling and foolishness. But the day somebody knock on your door, you cannot defend yourself. Black people, African people all across the world are divided between America and Russia and China and Iran. None of them are on the side of Africa. Nobody is holding the African leaders to. Nobody is telling the African leaders to straighten up. If you can't become a leader strengthening Africa, you have to leave Africa. You got 1 day, you got 3 days, you got 5 days, you got 6 months, and if you can't, we're coming to get you. We're going to put you in a boat and push you out in the ocean. I'm hearing African vloggers and content creators, as they call themselves, expressing dismay about what the African leaders are doing. Making deals. Ghana is making deals with this one. Nigeria is making deals with this one. I can't believe it. Would you believe this? Their leaders are destroying us. How in the world how you say that when you can't? There's a history that you can look at and see that your leaders were like that for thousands of years. And you would not change it. You took the best among you and sent them to the West. And those people came to the West and built the West into a formidable enemy that came back and destroyed you. You fools. You sold the best that you had. And they came west and built the new Babylon. And now you're more concerned about building your big house and stealing some money from anybody that you can than making the world around you strong and defendable. Defending yourself, making yourself strong enough that you can defend yourself. All the rest of the world is beginning to build their defenses. You are making deals with other people to defend you. Haven't you seen what has happened to Saudi Arabia and Qatar and UAE? Haven't you seen how they are defenseless? They thought that they had a defender, and the defender could not defend them. Haven't you seen? When are you going to bring your leaders to justice? When are you going to execute justice on them for the theft and murder of your own people? When? You got about 2.5 years now. Not that nothing is going to happen in that 2.5 years, but you got 2.5 years. See, America now is pulling back from everywhere, and the only place that is not defendable, that people can't defend themselves, is in Africa. So guess what America is going to do? Guess what the Caucasian is going to do? Guess what the Jews who just got whipped by Iran are going to do? You are the only one who's not able to defend himself. They're coming to get you. If you got an African friend, if you know somebody in the government in Africa, you better tell them I told you so. If you're living in Africa, have a great day where you are. Peace. I don't want to scare you, and I can. There are things that I know that you don't. And if I tell you now, it's just going to kill you. Over the last 5 years, I was about preparing you, getting you prepared for what's about to happen. There are lots of people who are doing that. I'm not the only one. The people with bigger voices than mine. And when I say bigger voices, they had more subscribers and more viewers and everything. But like I said, when I began saying I need one, just one. And if that one taught one, and the one that taught one, every one of us is gonna have one. So if I pass it on to one, and every one of them pass it on to another one, pretty soon we'd have 20,000, 30,000, and only one us would have one viewer each. And YouTube will not attack us because we only have one viewer. Do you comprehend why I said that? Everybody with big viewership and subscribers get attacked, but the ones with one or two are left alone. You don't get it. You don't get it. I'm telling you how to stay out. Be the light in the middle of the street and burn. But nobody sees you but that one person. And there's going to be a time when all of those ones have to stand up. They are going to be the judges that the world have to face. He said, have a great day wherever you are. Peace. I don't know if you ever watched the street light. And if you have one street light in the neighborhood, see how many insects gather around that one street light. That's that one person that I was trying to find. And that person find one person. And the one person that they found find another one person everywhere. One person in every village. You know how many villages that are across Africa and across the Caribbean and the rest of the world? Just one now. Don't celebrate with these people who see this war ended here. Peace.